Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Back-to-back nights, mission accomplished. Waiting on a guest tonight, running a little late. I should be having the Crippler, Chris Leben, on tonight. I know everybody's excited about that. But he is running late, and I'm hoping that he doesn't have to reschedule. But for the time being, I'm going to go ahead and bring in the other mainstay of the Mission Accomplished show, the one and only, the Hunold, Michael Hunold.
Hey,
Facebook
what's
user.
up?
What's up there, Sizzle Chest?
Hey, what's up there, Rubber Neck?
Who's this in the comments that says what's up that doesn't grant their name? Write your name in the comments, people.
That's someone, Facebook user, whoever.
Let me see who this Facebook user is. It's probably my sister or maybe Joel or someone like that. So, yeah, so everybody that's watching, I got the Crippler, Chris Leben, UFC legend, 22 fights in the UFC, the best comeback fighter in the history of combat sports, if you ask me. The man personifies resilience. Never count him out. I'm waiting to have him on. He's running late. I'm hoping that he pops on here at some point. But if not, we'll just get him on another day. Sam Sigler, what's up, dude? That was who the what's up was. That's Sam.
Oh, I see.
All right, so for the time being, me and Schmeichel are going to go ahead and talk about Conor McGregor and Dustin Poirier, UFC 257. Were you disappointed? Were you happy? What was your feel with the outcome of that event there, Michael?
I think I was a little disappointed because I'm not gonna lie, I'm a Conor McGregor fan, and I know you are too. But I'm also a Dustin Poirier fan, so it was like bittersweet. It's like we've never seen Conor lose like that. I mean, we had the Mayweather TKO, but that's not the same. This is first TKO loss in MMA, and Dustin Poirier did a damn fine job in handing it to him. How did you feel? Are you muted?
Hi.
Hey, I think you muted for a second. I couldn't hear you.
Jeez,
I thought it was my headphones.
Hey, my sister just weighed in. Dustin is a handsome guy, so that helps.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes when I'm watching him, I get lost in his eyes, so I understand.
Oh man, you know what? Like I said, no. What I was saying before I accidentally muted myself, I was a guest on the Ray Bones and Notter show from Do Not Sports last weekend as their subject matter expert in combat sports. Like these guys, they support my show big time. I suggest everybody who is into regular mainstream sports go over and support those guys because they're good dudes. They don't know a lot about combat sports, so I went on there. I did my best to sound like I know what the hell I'm talking about. I made all these predictions.
You did a good job.
I thought so. And you know what? In my breakdown, I gave how Michael Chandler would win if he was going to win. I gave how Dustin Poirier would win if he was going to win. But then I made my predictions, and I said Poirier is going to lose, and I said Chandler is going to lose. So I looked like half smart. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I told everybody, don't go placing bets on what the hell I say. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, the sport. This is why we love the sport. We watch it all the time. I mean, do we ever miss an event? I don't think so. We're talking from the first fight, the prelims, all the way through 1 o'clock in the morning, the main event on every single fight. And guess what? I still get them wrong all the time myself. So, hey, whatever. What can you do?
Joe Ivy chimes in. Man, this guy, Dustin Poirier, he's a dreamy fella, isn't he?
I guess so. He's bringing some guys over to the other side, I guess.
You see, that's a girl. That Joe Ivy's a girl.
Oh, I'm sorry, Joe Ivy. I thought you were a guy. I mean, I'm an idiot. So
Oh man, you got to put the kid to bed. I'll be back. Okay, Ben, I'll see you in a little bit. No, so yes, to answer your question,
Thank you.
I was disappointed that Conor lost. I wanted him to get that win and then start the season of Conor McGregor, the one he wanted last year. And I really do think that inactivity played a huge role in his performance, because although he talked so much about how he changed his training regimen, he's got, he's not partying, he's not drinking as much, he's not going out, he's resting more, he's not overtraining, he's not over sparring. He said all this shit, and it made everybody think. And then he posted all these pictures on Instagram that made him look like he was friggin' Conan the Barbarian. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, our eyes and our ears, what we hear and what we see leading into the fight, we thought it was the best form of Conor McGregor we were going to ever see. And he did look good in the first round, but by the end of that first round, he did look a little gassed in between. So
I know. This is pure speculation, but I just don't think that he has that hunger inside of him like he used to have. He used to have this hunger, like you could just feel it when he just had this aura. And even though he's still Conor McGregor and he's super popular and he's just been away for so long and he accomplished so much that I feel like, and you can go back and look at other Connor's looking at himself too much. Yeah, well, the thing is he's distracted. And if you look back at other champions, is what I was going to say is, when they get the belt, there are some guys who hold on to the belt for a while, but when they lose that belt, they somehow have this like phase where they kind of just fall off. And then when they win a couple, you think they're coming back, and then they lose again, and they're usually gone. There's something about that flame of, if you have nothing, you're working for something. But when you have everything, what do you have to work for anymore? And if you lose, it's easier to talk yourself into saying like, whatever, I'm a billionaire. It's fine. Whatever. I've done everything, it's tough.
Yeah. Too much proper number 12, says old
like,
San Juan.
Boom. Right there.
Right there. Oh, you're down in the new bar.
I got
Ladies and gentlemen,
the bar going.
Michael Facebook user Hunold is reporting to us live from his bar at his house, which is looking fantastic, I must say. Now,
thank you.
Do you think that Conor was thrown off? I don't know. Like, let's talk about the possibility that his game was just thrown off by the whole week with not being the A side. Do you think that irked him a little bit with the UFC? Like, why the heck am I coming out first instead of Dustin Poirier? I'm the biggest money. I'm the biggest spotlight in the sport. I come out second. The lights go down. The smoke machines hit. And then I come out. I don't come out with all the lights on before my opponent. When was the last time he did that? Eddie Alvarez?
Khabib, right?
Oh, Khabib.
But
and he lost that one too.
Exactly, he did. And there's Facebook user. So, yeah, I mean, I don't want to take anything away from Dustin Poirier. He did a great job. But to answer your question, maybe. But Conor McGregor said that he's not into superstitions and stuff before fights. He said that shows that you have fear inside you. Don't quote me. But he said he basically, said something to that effect. Like, I'm not superstitious. I don't do any superstitious stuff before my fights. It shows that you have fear inside of you. So maybe either he's completely full of shit and just playing a game, or it did affect him. I don't know. But I'm not making excuses for Conor McGregor because Dustin Poirier had a great fight.
Right.
A great
and you'll agree with me that Conor won the first round, and his downfall was the second he didn't make adjustments to the front leg. When he started getting the calf kick, smashing his front leg, and we could see it, we could hear it on TV, and it was like hurting us to watch it.
Right.
And I'm like, he's not checking any of these. He checked like one or two of them. But like, he's not checking any kicks. He's not switching stances. He's clearly hurt. He can't even put any weight on his front foot. What the hell is he doing? Now he's standing upright, almost straight up and down, where, you know, he usually like leans forward a little bit. Like his whole game was thrown off. And I don't know if Kavanaugh and those guys were yelling anything to from his corner and he wasn't listening or whatnot, but zero adjustments were made, and it led to him getting smashed against the cage. I don't know. It was just a weird night altogether for him. It was tough to watch.
It was really weird. Listening to interviews after the fight on different podcasts and stuff, John Kavanaugh, it would seem as though that they train for this, but not specifically for that kick. But when Conor's talking about it as if he's never been kicked like that, which, I mean, in a fight, I've never seen him kick that bad. And it's like, but you have to imagine, like, after all these fights and all this practice, that you would see all these fighters are utilizing these kicks. And how could you not know to adjust to that? And, or maybe he just couldn't. The first time he gets hit, that could be, you know, could have been the one that did it all. But
right.
He didn't adjust. He really did. He had nothing else. He was just going to try to fight on his feet and not do anything else. And he just kept getting hacked away. And
now, do you agree with Joe Ivy in the comments? He definitely looked aged. I agree with that. I said this the other day. I'm 39 years old. Conor's 32 years old. He looks significantly older than me. You know what I mean? I don't know if the last 3 or 4 years of his life has just absolutely aged his ass. You know, he got $100 million in the bank and just went nuts and took a decade off his life or something. But he does in the face, from the neck down, he looks tip top. But in the face, he does. He looks like he aged a lot. Who knows? Everyone always says he's a cokehead and all this stuff, but he's never popped hot for any of that. And he absolutely shows some tendencies with some of his behavior out in public. You know,
yeah.
I don't know I've been really drunk in my life with a lot of drunk friends, and nobody's punching a 70-year-old man in the face in the bar at 3:30 in the morning, unless they're on some other shit. You know what I mean?
Taking people's phones and smashing them off the ground.
Yeah.
Punching old men in the face, taking his pecker out, showing it to some people. You know, he's having a grand old time between fights. You know what I'm saying?
Wait a second. Is that illegal? You can't do that?
Well, I don't know. Let me look first before I say anything. I don't want to send out the wrong information. Nope, it's okay.
Is it another viewer says it'll be good for him. His motivation before was fame and money. He earned those. Now he has the motivation to show everyone that he still is one of the best. And I couldn't agree with that more. That's a great comment. Deb Mish, I'm sorry for dropping an F-bomb. I know you're watching, Mom. Sorry about that. I know my dad's not watching because that old man goes to bed at 7:30 at night. But anyways, yeah. So moving on from this. So what is next for Conor? What do you think? Because I have an idea in my head. I want to see what you say first, though.
Okay. So this is what I think. And I don't know if it's going to happen, but I'm going to tell you what. There are 2 people that I have on the list. My first person is somebody who has been talking major trash about Conor McGregor after the fight and says that he will probably leave the UFC if Conor McGregor gets a title shot in his next fight against Poirier. And that's Dustin Gaethje, both coming off losses. I think that would be pretty good. I know that Gaethje's not going to try to wrestle him. He will stand up and bang. So that could be a good fight if Conor comes well prepared. But he is a leg kicker. One of the finest.
Just going to say that. I was just going to say that if he fights Dustin Gaethje the way he fought Dustin Poirier, he's not making it out of the first round because Dustin Gaethje's leg kicks are deadly.
They're unbelievable.
He has ended fights with leg kicks. So if he can't take some leg kicks, some calf kicks from Dustin Poirier, then he's in a lot of trouble when it comes to Justin Gaethje. Who's your other one?
So my next pick is not Michael Chandler, and it's definitely not Poirier. Well, it's maybe not obvious, but it's not Poirier. It's Tony Ferguson.
Woo! You know what? Facebook user agrees with you.
Ah, look at that.
Yes, Facebook user is almost on the same exact page as you.
And you know
That
what?
must be Sam. That's got to be Sam.
I had down third, which is funny that I
Nate
saw
Diaz trilogy.
probably doing it, Diaz though. Those are the two fights I want to see. Probably going to be Diaz 3.
Okay,
because
so
that's the money fight.
I'm saying, as much as Diaz is trying to like sneak his way into a Poirier fight through the Twitter ways and the Instagram ways, I don't see the UFC making a Dustin Poirier. Right, yeah, sliding in the back door of Dustin Poirier's, slipping into the limelight that Dustin Poirier just finally grabbed. He's trying to grab that fight. I don't think they make that one. I think they make Poirier Oliveira, or as Uncle Chael would call him, Charlie Olives.
Charlie Olives.
Charlie Olives. I believe Poirier fights Dubronx. He deserves it. That should be the next fight for Poirier. I agree. 100%. Now I will say now that
Leon Edwards on Oliveira. Let's not do that. Let's not push him aside.
No. He's on what 7-fight win streak. Finished everybody. He's on top of the world right now. And I was gonna say the trilogy with Diaz is my pick, and that I thought that was what they were gonna do.
Yeah.
But what you just said about Justin Gaethje. Justin Gaethje went on. Was that Ariel's show or was that Brett Okamoto?
It might have been Okamoto. I don't think it was Ariel because I heard the show on Monday, and then he talked to Jake Paul and Askren recently, so I don't know.
Okay, so whoever he was talking to, I think Justin Gaethje just talked his way right into it. So now I'm like almost convinced. But the big thing is Conor's going to want to have to do that. You know what I mean? Conor really calls the shots. Right. When it comes to Conor's, they say he's richer than Dana right now. So
he definitely is. I don't doubt that at all.
So if Dana says, "Hey Conor, we're making this fight with Justin Gaethje, whether you like it or not," Conor will be like, "You know what? I'm done. I'll go talk to David Feldman over at BKFC and see if he wants to give me $20 million to bare knuckle somebody before I fight that guy." You know what I mean?
Same.
Right. You know what I mean? Like Artem did it. He's like, and you know what? BKFC's got a lot of money right now. So if I'm going to fight because I like to fight, not be, you know what I mean? I'll just go do that. But I agree. I'm going to say, okay. So we're going to say Poirier Dubronx.
Yes.
Conor Gaethje. If not Conor Gaethje, Conor Diaz.
Yep.
What happens with Michael Chandler?
All right. Well, if Poirier, so I had two names in. So I know you always hear the talk about like, it's a loser can't fight a winner. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you have to. So if you're going to go that route, Gaethje would be somebody. He lost to the champion. He didn't lose to some scrub. He didn't fight some old man at the bar. He lost against Khabib, the number one pound for pound fighter right now, the champion of the welterweight division, has never lost. So I don't really consider that like a bad loss.
Yeah,
everybody loses to Khabib. So get in line.
And that's another reason why the Justin Gaethje call is probably the one, because they're both coming off losses. They both lost to the best of the best. They're both stand-up strikers. They both talk shit. They hate each other. I mean,
right
now the more we talk about it, I think the Justin Gaethje fight is the one to make, actually. And I didn't even before, he wasn't even in my mind.
For Chandler?
No, for Conor.
For Conor.
So now I was gonna say Chandler Gaethje, like you said, but now I think Gaethje is the guy for Conor.
All right,
it makes too much sense.
So then, if that was to happen, and now Gaethje's taken up, I have Dos Anjos for
Justin Gaethje. Chandler. There you go. That's a good one
for Chandler. Yeah,
I actually
striker / grappler wrestler types. They're kind of good all-around fighters. I feel like.
Do you know what the rankings are off the top of your head right now? Because I don't. It's And
So,
where's Dos Anjos? Like 7, 8?
He's number 7. Yep. And Michael Chandler's ranked fourth now. And between them, Tony Ferguson and Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor dropped 2 spots, so Tony Ferguson's 5th, McGregor 6th. So it puts them, the 2 people in between them, you know, take them out, and they're right there. And I don't think that's a bad fight at all. That would be good. And the winner of that fight, you know, could move up and possibly contend for the title, or, you know, maybe fight the winner of Gaethje, whomever. But
Joe Ivy, whose chin are you talking about? Are you talking about Conor's chin, or it says, "I wonder how much his chin has softened up now." Though, I don't know. I want to know who she's talking about. Because where would Conor's chin soften up? Like, he got neck cranked by Khabib. He did get stopped by Poirier, but it wasn't devastating. You know what I mean?
He got hit. He fell. Did he know he could win? Maybe, well, yes. But he's gonna call the shots anyways, so it doesn't matter. They're not gonna give him the fight. He's gonna take what he wants. He's gonna get what he wants, you know, ultimately. So
all right. So
I hope the chin's not gone.
So how impressed were you with Michael Chandler's debut? And what was the most impressive thing to you about his debut, other than his call out at the end? Because the call out was Chael Sonnen level good. You know what I mean?
It was great. Yeah. His aggressiveness. He was super aggressive. I feel like he was right on Hooker. Like, as soon as the fight started, you know, it seemed as though Hooker just couldn't figure out what he wanted to do, and he needed to do that really fast, and he didn't. And Chandler took right up. He knew exactly what he wanted to do.
He was on Hooker like Robert Kraft at Orchids of Asia.
That's right. He was Robert Kraft on a camera at Orchids of Asia.
Yeah, man. And what surprised me the most was it wasn't his right hand that finished the fight. It was the left. Right. And he has, you know, 90% of Michael Chandler's knockouts were with the overhand right. He has a superpower right hand. So I was thinking the whole time, if he's going to knock him out, he's going to fake the takedown, and he's going to throw a bomb overhand, and he's going to blast Hooker. He tapped Hooker with his right and then finished him with his left. And that's what it blew my damn mind that happened. And then he got that. Yeah. Then he did the backflip that almost ended his friggin' life and his career.
Oh my God. I still can't watch that. Every time they do that, I like cringe. Like, I'm like, ugh, like he just doesn't land well, you know, and you can just see his legs kind of buckle, and he falls backwards. He knows, you know, it's like it's scary. This is your, you know, he said, like, I finally made it to the UFC. He has a huge TKO, you know, he celebrates by jumping off like Gaethje style and lands kind of crooked and almost blows his knees out. I mean, we don't know, but he could have hurt himself. He could have hurt himself, and we have no idea.
He even said it after the fight. He said, no more backflips. I'm feeling it in my knees and ankles, but I'm not hurt. He said that in the press conference. I'm fine. I'm just feeling it right now. And then Dana White, Jesus Christ, Dana White looked like he was like his dog died in the press conference. And like Dana
White did. His dog did die.
Dana's cash cow. Dana's cash cow got slaughtered, and I made a comment on my Facebook page that night that they need to take Dana's belt and his shoelaces away and throw a 24-hour watch over him. And if anybody, you know, most people could figure out where I'm going with that. He looked like he was down in the friggin' dumps, man. I think you know what I think it was is like he knows for a fact Khabib's never coming back now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
He's not coming back.
He's not coming back to fight Poirier again. He's not coming back. And dude, the one that might draw him back, other than GSP, maybe GSP. But I think that ship has sailed as well. I think the GSP dream has gone away. Maybe they surprise us, but other than GSP, if Tony Ferguson was to rattle off like 2 really impressive wins in a row, they have such a history that maybe Khabib would consider like trying that one more time. That's like the only one I can think of. He's not going to fight anybody else. Like, who's he going to fight? Usman? Usman, all due respect to Khabib, I think Usman ragdolls his ass.
You think
Because
so?
I do. I think Usman at 170 pounds steps into the ring at 190 pounds and is like brick strong. And I don't know. They say Khabib's the strongest guy under 185 pounds.
DC is extremely biased, but he does say that Khabib will give even heavyweights some run for their money because he is strong. But it's not even just the strength; his technique is second to none. So,
right.
I mean, it would be a good fight. That is for sure. It would be a very awesome display of sambo and wrestling. You know, it would be great. I would love to watch that.
Now, Joe Ivy says, "Did you guys hear what DC said about Khabib's coming back?" I don't know what he said. I didn't hear what he said.
Was it like the only thing he's going to come back for would possibly be for, like you just said, St. Pierre, possibly?
Oh, he said if Islam fights and someone beats him, he might come back to beat that person. Man, I don't know what it is about Islam and Khabib. They're like fucking, I don't know. It's like his little brother, and he feels the need to protect his little brother. But Islam's a top 10 fighter in the world. You know, you don't have to fight his battles there, Khabib. I don't know.
Yeah, he's probably just talking, shit. So, what I was gonna say though, when you were talking earlier about Khabib coming back when you first started, was how much did you even believe 1 second of what Dana White said when he came out and tried to like, hey, I'm going to announce at 3 p.m. like what Khabib said to me last night. He did the whole video of them walking into the room to talk. And like, I replayed it a few times. I watched it, and then it finally comes on. I had to rewind it 3 times because my kids are so loud that the second that he starts talking, they're yelling. I'm like, oh my God, I got to rewind what he said. And then I didn't even have to hear what he said because it was all BS. It was all BS. You could tell. He was like, he said, if something happens, he might come back. So like, make sure you guys fight really well and get, good knockout. It's like, get the hell. That's the biggest BS lie. That is total BS. Like
you know what that is? That is right up the alley of LeBron James's decision from back in like 2010 when he left the Cavs, and he said he had a 1-hour special on ESPN to sit in a fucking chair for 45 minutes, talk about how great he is, and then say, I'm taking my talents to Miami. Like, what a douchebag.
To South Beach.
To South Beach, that's what I'm taking my talents to South Beach. You absolute tool bag. Dana White pulled a LeBron James tool bag move with that 3 o'clock Khabib. That was some dumb shit. And like, I don't know. It was. I think he knew the whole time. Did you watch the Looking for a Fight?
I did not.
Oh man,
I will watch it, but I haven't watched it.
Yeah, Dana was on. Yeah, Dana was on like butter up level 15, and like and it's so funny because Khabib is so strong in like his word is his bond, and he's not breaking it for anybody unless he decides to. Oh man, he had the same look on his like every time Dana like leaned in to talk to him, he would like look at Dana and like half smile and like look away like this motherfucker just doesn't get it, dude. He just don't get it. Yeah. So, anyways, well, Mike, what were you gonna say? Go ahead.
Oh, so. No, go, you move along because I'm going to bring you back. I was going to go back talking about Chandler again, but let's get past that.
You can talk about Chandler one more time before we move on. Go ahead. What do you got about Chandler?
I was just going to say how amazing that Chandler, Hooker was able. Hooker, the call out, right? But Hooker was able to absorb shots from Dustin Poirier in a battle, fight of the year candidate. Like, unbelievable battle. He took all the shots. They both kept going, right? Then he also, before that, for Paul Felder and took a shitload of shots too. And he fights Michael Chandler, and Michael Chandler lays him out. So, I mean,
the power difference is what you're
that power difference.
What you're getting at is the power scale is much higher with Michael Chandler.
Either these guys didn't catch him with their best shots, Felder and Poirier didn't catch Hooker with their best shots, or Michael Chandler is packing that iron Michael Chandler punch in his left hand. As well
in both hands. He's got him in both hands.
Right.
Dude, yeah.
So
when you were saying he was taking shots, dude, you were saying and like he was taking all these shots, so many shots. I was going to say he was taking more shots than Kyle Mish'n after his first deployment when he was hooked on snake bites. That's a lot of shots, dude. If you knew me back then, do you know what a snake bite is?
I don't. Enlighten me.
Yukon Jack and lime juice. Me, Joel, Carl, when I got back from my first deployment, I was 21 years old when I went to. So I turned 21 at AIT. Graduated at AIT. 3 days after AIT, I got activated. I graduated on Friday, got activated on Monday, had to report on Wednesday. So I never really got to celebrate my 21st birthday. And then I went on a 12-month deployment. So that's 12 more months of not celebrating my birthday. When I came back, I was 22, and I had to make up for an entire year of, being legal to drink. And I would say that I took a good 2 decades off of my life in about a 6-month period, and shots of snake bites and Jaeger bombs had a lot to do with it.
Jaeger bombs. I haven't taken a Jaeger bomb for a long time.
Oh, maybe that'll happen. Oh, snake bite. Look at somebody knows what's up. Yeah. Well, maybe we'll have to do a Jaeger bomb down at fucking Knucklemania. What do you say?
Yeah.
Snake bites, the memories. I wonder if that's Joel. Is that you, Joel? Say yes or no.
Oh, he might. It might be.
It's a Facebook user.
That's all right. Joel, step off, man. That's my name. I'm Facebook user. God damn it. There can only be one Facebook user.
There can only be one. So, ladies and gentlemen, the big announcement, your boys, Mike and Mish'n, are going to Knucklemania next week. February 4th, we'll be down there for the weigh-ins. We'll be staying down there in the same hotel as the fighters. We'll be going to the event. We'll be talking to the fighters. How effing cool is this?
Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing. It's going to be awesome. We are going to log, video log everything. We'll create, a nice video of the travels, behind the scenes stuff. Hopefully get into the weigh-ins, get some weigh-in video, some commentary. Kyle should be able to interview some fighters, and we've got some plans. It's gonna be awesome.
There's goals in mind, and we got to get to them. Goddamn things. Yeah, we'll vlog this, whatever they call it. Vlog? Is it a vlog? Vlog.
Vlog. Yep.
The vlog blog. Mike and Mish'n doing some ish, maybe something like that.
Yep. It's gonna be cool.
What's this say? And you're not bringing me, jerk. You jump on and buy a ticket. Come on down. I don't know if you got cheap. I don't know if I can get you a ticket to the event, but you could sure as hell fly down to Florida pretty cheap right now, because you could get a vagina, Ben. Vlog vagina. Oh man, it's actually Gina. Yeah, man. So excited. We'll get down there. We'll get to meet a lot of them Smith Brothers fighters that I've been talking to. We'll link up with the main event. One half of the main event, Britton Hart fighting Paige Van Zandt in her debut. That's unbelievable. And I was chatting with her and chatting with her mom the other day. Her mom told us that told me that she's going to be cage side at a table and we need to stop down. And I told her that we're not cool enough to be ringside, but we'll try. Yeah, maybe I could butter
to ringside.
Yeah, if we're invited as guests, maybe we'll get down there. But either way, we'll probably get together with Lorenzo Hunt and Brandon Lambert, Drew Lipton, and Chael Beck. And hey, who knows, man? Maybe we go golfing with Travis Thompson the day after.
Right.
The invite was out there, so have a couple beers with a bare knuckle fighter on a golf course.
Yeah, we can do golf at like 4 a.m.
Ben says, I hope she pops one of Paige's fake titties.
With D's.
TDs.
I like the style, Ben.
Yeah. Oh, man. So, anyways, it's looking like Chris is not going to be able to make it tonight. I am sort of disappointed. That gif where you throw everything out. Fuck this.
The guy takes
the
laptop, starts smashing it on the ground, throwing.
I'm sure he's going to the guy's training to fight Quentin the Hero Henry, and I don't know if anybody out there knows BKFC. Quentin Henry is no joke. Quentin Henry is I got his record up here. I can't remember what he's like. He's undefeated in bare knuckle, 2-0 in bare knuckle, but he's also got a very respectable MMA record. And if you see the dude, he's a freaking monster. And he goes out there wearing the red, white, and blue shorts like Rocky. He's an absolute savage, and it is a very respectable opponent for Chris Leben in what is supposed to be his retirement fight. Unfortunately, I was going to ask him tonight. I was going to ask Chris. I understand you say this is your retirement fight, but what if say Vanderlei Silva came out and said, "I want one fight in BKFC," or whatever the fuck he sounds like. If like Vanderlei came out and said, I want to get that fight back. You know what I mean? Give me Chris Leben in the BKFC fight in a BKFC ring. I think Chris would say yes, honestly. I do. Because that's kind of like his hero. You know what I mean? He did knock him out once, and maybe Chris would be like, you know what? Yeah.
It's some uppercuts.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that was a beautiful performance. And I was gonna ask you, but I think this is before we knew each other. You weren't at my house when he fought Yasuhiro Akiyama. Yoshihiro Akiyama. That's what it was.
No.
That was one of the best comeback victories of all time. That motherfucker, dude, Chris was on his back, pulling Yoshihiro down, punching him, and then elbowing him back. Punching him, elbowing him, punching him, elbowing him. On his back, the damn dude was I don't know if he was in his guard or in full mount, but he beat his ass so bad from the top that the dude just covered up, giving him the opportunity to throw the triangle on, and submitted his ass with 20 seconds left in the fight after an all-out war. And it was unbelievable. And then the fight against Terry Martin. I think Terry Martin.
Yes.
Big jack dude.
Where Leben was he took like 4 clean shots. He took a couple shots that looked like they would clean somebody's clock, and started walking forward like a zombie, trying to hit, but he's missing. Then he gets caught with another couple of punches. Leben does. He looks like he's dead. Walking forward, somehow, boom, just cracks him, just lays him out, dead.
Yeah.
Dead standard.
Oh, man. And the funny thing, the thing about that is the shots that Chris took right before he landed the knockout, right? One of those shots almost folded him all the way back. And when he folded back, he hit the cage, and he had a look in his eye. When he looked back at Martin,
Yep.
it was like, he's in full zombie mode now.
Right.
And the fact that he still had enough power in his left hand to knock him out at that time. Yeah, like Ben says Kyle knows a thing or two about being on his back. I appreciate that, Ben. You son of a bitch.
He's calling you a power bottom.
But old San Juan here in the comments. I know who San Juan is, but apparently he doesn't want people to know who he is. So I'm not gonna reveal who the alias is. But yes, he's right. He was pretty much out on his feet. And there was another really cool story that I want to talk to Chris about. But if you guys ever get a chance, go on YouTube, look up Chris Leben versus Otto Olsen. And it was his third fight in his career ever. And Chris was out cold, choked unconscious. But the referee didn't see him being unconscious. His arm was he was out, right? And the dude made an adjustment on the guillotine just enough to wake Chris up.
Yeah.
And when he woke up, he shook his way out of the guillotine. He stood up and knocked the motherfucker out cold. Like, he went from sleeping to awake to knocking the dude out in like a 10-second. It's just he's the king of never being counted out. And when I do get him on here, we'll talk about that too. And you know what the best part about maybe the bright side of him not showing up today. I know he's training and whatnot. Yeah, besides me and you getting to shoot the shit, and everybody loves Mike and Mish. That's the next big thing. But maybe because he said he was super duper busy today. He had a lot of shit going on. And he said he was only going to have about 15, 20 minutes with me. Maybe this means I could get him for like a full half an hour, 45 minutes one day. Maybe I could do a longer interview with him the way I did with John Fitch. You know what I mean? Like, because you get a legend like Chris Leben or John Fitch, or even like, I wish I had Dean Thomas longer. I'm going to get Dean back on. Actually, I was messaging with him and he's going to come back on. He'll be my first like return guest ever other than yourself. Nice. But me and him are going to shoot the shit about.
And I'm super busy, so I take a lot of time out of my day for this.
Yeah. Did you go shake your children to sleep? Is that what you did?
Oh yeah.
No, don't say it.
Fast asleep right now. They're fast asleep. I didn't say anything.
Yes. Well, I forgot what the fuck we were just saying because I've been looking at
getting him back on the show, man.
Yeah.
What I was thinking was when we go down to Florida, maybe he'll feel bad and give you a face-to-face.
Yeah, maybe.
Never know.
So the I got word from the Killfoot Clothing guys today too that
sweet
the Mission Accomplished Killfoot Clothing shirts will be in Saturday. So I'm gonna meet up with them.
Nice.
And dude, I'm gonna take the whole pack, all of them, and I'm gonna bring them to Florida with us. Good. And I'm gonna try to sell them all right down there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because
I'm going to actually give a few out to some of the fighters because I want them to have the Mission Accomplished Killfoot logos on them, maybe in their training videos or whatever. It would be pretty cool to have us out there, and then keep the name going. And Facebook user wants a large. Hunold equals legend for sticking around to chop it up and shoot the shit. Thank you, Facebook user. I don't know who that Facebook user is, but shout out. The Facebook user also says shout out to Brenda still slinging drinks at Ping's. That's got to be Joel.
Oh, geez.
And not ID, and I was at 19 before Kyle's deployment.
No, she never did that. That's a lie.
You know what, dude? I asked somebody a while back during a speed round. I said, "What's a restaurant that you thought was super?" Oh, it's Todd, dude. It's Todd Blood, dude. What up, Todd? That's another veteran. If he texted me his email, I'd bring him on right now as another veteran guest. Hey, wink, wink. So the question was, what was a restaurant that you thought was super super fancy when you were a kid, but when as an adult you realize it's really not special at all. Do you have one of those?
Do I have one of those? What would I think? Oh, I know. Old Country Buffet.
Old Country Buffet.
Hometown Buffet, whatever the hell
Yeah,
it's called.
yeah.
I think there was two different types, hometown and Old Country. For some reason, when I was a kid, I was like, this place is awesome. It's the best. I mean, look at the selection. Who would go to a regular restaurant and pay for one plate when you have all this beautiful food? They cut turkey and roast beef right there. You got salad and all this other crap. It's all shit. It's trash. Okay? It's the worst food ever. I might actually choose chow over at the TASM before I would it's in the military. For those people who don't know, I'd rather eat an MRE, I think, now than go to the friggin' hometown buffet.
Hey, dude, don't shit on MREs. My brother eats one every single day for lunch, but that might be because he's a psychopath.
Your brother is of a different breed, though. So
yeah, he's also comfortable with violence. So my answer to that was, in going back to that comment about pings, and so when I was a little kid, dude, pings, it's called the Golden Palace, or I think it's the Golden Palace or the Golden something. It's Golden something. It's a pretty cool looking Chinese restaurant. When you go in, it has like the lions and it has like all the fancy shit inside. I always thought it was like so cool to go there with my parents and my grandpa, and like they had like the hot mustard and those like fancy dishes and all that stuff. So turns out when I got older, the Chinese food is exactly the same as like every other Chinese food you've ever been to, right? And it also happens to be the underage drinking spot for everybody in the area.
Nice.
so there's that. And I might have just dimed it out to the world, but
I was thinking that. Hey,
you know what?
Them and Brenda are going down. Is that what her name was? Brenda? They're going down.
Oh, man.
Roast beef curtains, they're going for yeah. On the stick.
Oh, dude. I said to somebody, I'm pretty sure that question was invented for Red Lobster. I've never actually been to a Red Lobster, but everything I hear about it is it's nothing special. You know what I mean?
I'm not a big seafood person. I don't even know why I said I'm not a big. I am not a seafood person. I said I'm not a big seafood person. I'm not a seafood person at all. Forget the seafood. But I did hear they have some good like cheddar biscuits there or whatever the hell they are. So the last time I was near one, Grenier went, the freaking place, I could see it out the window, the hotel. I said, hey, can you bring me back some biscuits? Yeah, no problem. I ain't get no friggin' biscuits. Fucking guy. Come on. Can I get any love around here? Can I get some cheddar biscuits?
And you've never given that up, man. You know what I mean?
I was thinking like, should I just go over to Red Lobster, sit down with a menu, look at it, they bring me the biscuits, I start eating them, and I go, you know what, I don't want anything, and they just take off. Just to eat the biscuits.
Fucking creepers.
I want the biscuit. You sick bastard.
And that was the last time I got crabs. Yeah. Anyways, dude, yeah, thank you for stopping by, Mike. We did our best. We killed as much time as we could.
I can't even believe it's been 40 minutes.
Dude, it's been 40 minutes. See, that's why I was just telling somebody. The guys on the Ray Bones and Otter show. I was telling them that, you helped me with this show and whatnot. And I was like, yeah, he's like an idiot savant like me when it comes to combat sports. We could just shoot the shit for hours on end without a problem.
I felt like I was starting to get the Last Dragon glow around me, and I was just starting to settle in. So you better get me off the show before I keep fucking talking, because I ain't going to stop.
You were just hitting your stride?
Yeah, I was feeling good.
Smells like sex in here.
Down in my drink, I had to make another one. Get me out of here before I keep going.
Yeah. All right. Well, so before I let Mike go, next Wednesday, I got Christine Ferreira. I got to figure out how to say her last name right. I'm really not good at saying names. I tried. Yeah. I got the misfit. I got the number one ranked 125-pound female bare knuckle fighter in the world. the Misfit herself. She'll be on next Wednesday, 8 o'clock, followed by Becca Bugnacki of Built with Becca, fitness guru and slash soldier, Army in the United States Army. Okay, it says, miss seeing Chris Leben, but you guys are awesome. Well, guess what? You didn't miss shit. He will be rescheduling. Did I just do something? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, I thought I just fucking muted myself again. Anyways, next Wednesday, we got Christine, we got Becca, and then we got the road trip to Knucklemania with Kyle and Mike. So stay tuned. Keep following the show. Keep sharing the show. And have yourselves a good night, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and let Mike go. Thanks for stopping in, Schmeichel.
See you later.
All right. And
thanks for having me on.
Later, guys. See you tomorrow. See you later. See you tomorrow, buddy.
Yep.
All right. So with that said, thanks for sticking around with us, man. I love you guys. We had 25 people in here watching at one time. Someone went, oh, that's a joke. That's a joke. And I love this shit, Kyle Mish. I love you guys too, man. And we're going to keep doing this. I'm going to keep pumping out content. And I'm going to keep getting these guests. And I'm not going to give up on Chris Leben. I know he had a lot of stuff going on today. But guess what? He's just a message away. So with that said, I am going to let everybody go. I hope you guys have a good night. Make sure you guys tune in next week and follow us on the vlog or whatever the hell that shit is called. And peace out.